Fisha, anaosha, anasafisha.
Alexis on the beat.
Ila kutangulia sio kufika, pole pole ndo mwendo. Imani yako ibaki kwa Mungu mwenye uwezo. Toka kitandani shutuka, inakupasa kujituma na baraka zitashuka, shuka kwako wewe. Kuna Mungu wa rehema, mema anatuwazia, na ndo maana niko kwa nasimama kwake sawa sawa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Shani, Laura, you already know.
Tabasamu usoni, furaha moyoni, ninaye rafiki wa kweli, mfalme wa amani. All the sorrows and the worries, nikiwa naye nyepesi. That's why I dance and sing, I dance and sing. Yeah.
No matter where I go, I'm surrounded. And if I ever fall, I'll never take the fall. Cause your blood paid the cost, I'm not bounded. You gave me a brand new chance. Now I'm living like it's heaven on earth since I met you. Don't have to die, go to heaven just to get you. I have that here, I hold you dear. You whisper and I know that I'll make it, that's clear. way. Talk about grace, yeah, you give it when I pray. Talk about goodness, talk about love. Talk about all the blessings that you get from above.
Welcome to the good side, the bright side.
Come as you are, yeah, your life will never be the same.
Welcome to the good side, the bright side.
Pero hoy ako yote watching credit all the way.
Na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu, wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. I'm cruising, steady moving. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu. Wema wako na baraka zinifuate maishani mwangu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Hey, big up 23. Ile mtami utaka. Na hii nyingine jo. Na hii nyingine jo. Hey, washaweka bounty, ju flow killer. Beat imeoga, kiopina. Nina mazai kwako tu za topina. Na vile niko ndani mzee ya I'm so ina. Si take shots na bareda. Critics hawawezi kunispot under radar. Na bring the house down. I'm a tremor. Na leta fire, I'm a flamer. Na rusha moto mo. Na shikata wazai na mamokoro. So na Jesus na songa I still. Roga shetani na mbaki sogo. Mosodo. Don't whine, wabambi kichu. Mungu anameja na maina. Na feel ni kinda, I mean refine, I'm fine. Mokori neje so imebaki na saika. Sishiki kijo. Sishiki kijo. I mean refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Sishiki kijo. Na sitishiki jo. I mean refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Iko nini sina tabu. Siko steam, manyaru. Mziki mekoma, iko fit kuitwa babu. Fishers of men kwa hizi streets mi ndio nyavu. Alright, hii ndio sababu. I got the juice in madafu. Magic kwa mi majabu. Amefura utadhani taksin mashavu. Nina mwamba si ababu. Shaito simfil kalamu. Washed by his blood, damu. Kauna ni feel, usishushe yo hamu. Na don't whine, na wabambiki vile Mungu anameja na maina. Na feel ni kinda, I mean refine, I'm fine. Mokori neje so imebaki na saika. Sishiki kijo. Sishiki kijo. I mean refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Sishiki kijo. Na sitishiki jo. I mean refine, I'm fine. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Giggling with the beat, street legit, I'm bringing the hits. Steady real, the one on the field. Wicked, honey, my face, see that sponsor and lip in my bill. I'm sticking the rail, we kicking in Christ, you know the drill. Blah, woo. So I'm back in the dojo, you the Lord. Kwa hearing, ukipenda nite Frodo. Shetani anabashwa, anateta zima moto. Kuna life after death, CLA we hear YOLO. Okay, hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocho, put your back into it. So lazima post nude, ama utwak kujue. Na kile una post, put your fact into it. Woo. Hichoki art giveaway. Madam tuko chocho, put your back into it. So lazima, we utwak kujue. Na kile una post, work a fact into it. Sishiki kijo. Sishiki kijo. I mean refine, I'm fine up. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Sishiki kijo. Na sitishiki jo. I mean refine, I'm fine up. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. Sishiki kijo. Sishiki kijo. I mean refine, I'm fine up. Cause you get that, mina cry sweet aita. sishikiki jo na sitishiki jo amenirifa inamfaina boss you get me na cry sweet tighter 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 me na cry sweet tighter.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Caroline Murote, and this is Sheversations. Welcome to the beginning of this week. Happy Monday to you guys. And how is the third month of the year treating you guys? By now we know because this is the last week. Next week itakuwa tu siku moja, like it's Sunday, Monday, and then the month is over. We're in April and we can be fooling each other. So, kunaendaje wadau, happy new year. You know, we said we started over the year again in March. We said after one quarter, that's it. You can't start the year again. Right? You can only start the year again after one quarter. After you start the year again the last time, there is no starting the year again another time. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, a happy Monday, the 24th of March to you, ladies and gentlemen. Was good, was popping. I've been good. I have been fine. And I feel like, I'm going to be talking about my Matatu Chronicles, guys. I'm going to be sharing because the things that are going on out here, the adventures of getting Caroline to work, the adventures of Caroline transport. Sijui, Abu, give me interesting names, guys, because clearly my brain is not working in that category. And I want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to let me know all of your shenanigans that happen every single time you leave the house, the crazy things that you see, weird things that you see in the road, in the streets, when you're driving, when you're being driven, when you're walking. Let me know. I love, have you ever been so broke you're like, I'm gonna walk there. Like a place coming to town, like tuseme unatoka wapi, unatoka Kawangware na unaenda Westi, and you're like, I'm gonna walk there because at this point hapo ndio tumefika. So I really want to know how our relationship with the amount of money we need to use for transport is, and this is where you can let me know what you're thinking. On Instagram, it's Caroline_Murote and Power Radio. On Facebook, it's Caroline Murote and Power Radio. On X, it is at Caroline Murote and Power Radio, and on TikTok, it is at Carol CAROL Murote at Power Radio. Murote is spelled MUROTE. Please do not butcher my name, all right? Okay, thank you. We have agreed. Sour. Yes, so holla at a girl. Let me know what weird experiences you guys have been having. Yes, and of experiences we have gone through Anasafisha by Wapendo Muziki, Wemawako by Shani, and Shiki Kijo by Stony Jiwe. And right about now, we are gonna dive into some more good jams. A couple of my faves. This is You by Churchill King and Better by Motoria. And I'm gonna come back and let you know what we're talking about today right after this. Enjoy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
One time, two time. You already know now. Pick up Churchill. Since I met you, Jesus. Since I met you, yeah. I met this man and he changed my life. He told me that he had to pay a price, and the price that he paid on that racket cross poured his blood for me. I'm saying, yeah. Okay, it's another new chapter. Holla, I'm doing it for the master. Saved by grace, I'm no longer a disaster. Spirit of a billionaire, no, I'm not a hustler. It all started the day I met him on the cross. The day I gave my life to him without the teams on. That was the day I sang a new song. Amazing grace forever, sweetest sound. I surrender, who am I to boss? Salute to the most high, I can never floss. He's the boss, man, believe me, he's the boss. I can always sing it when the beat drops. I'm on for the game cause I'm out of the cage. I'm not for the fame but I'm here for the church. Christ is the way, the truth and the life. No longer in darkness, I'm walking in light. The wages of sin can never be life. No longer losers, winning the fight. He died on the cross to save my life. No longer because I'm alive. Since I met you, since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed. And you'll be back again Cap and Churchill King, spitting truth from the booth, loose in the noose that we having fellas chucking deuces to their own. And haters do the best just to magnify the wrongs, but really I'm sorry. My faith only bothers with he who bought me. Therefore I ain't faced with the talk of men around me. My journey is between me and the one who started it in me, for he built me to inhibit the spirit that is within me.
They told me I needed more exposure. Like if I was taking a photo in inferior light, I started to see myself in an inferior light. Samsung, Sony, I had many stereotypes. Now I put bars in your faces, I don't read your rights. I got some advice so you don't get consumed by these lights. A word from the wise, gotta keep your eyes on the prize. Nairobi for Christ, look at how he paid all the price.
Since I met you, since I met Jesus, I've never been the same. Since I met Jesus, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed.
And you ain't gotta change, cause he loves you anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come as you are.
You'll be forever
And you will be forever changed.
Come as you
ain't gotta change,
Come as
cause
you
he loves you anyway.
Come as
Just
you
come as you are.
You'll
Come
never
as you
be
are.
the same. Since I met you. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life. Since I met you. I met this man and he changed my life.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
It's been a really long time, tangu nikuvutie. I only called today, but I think about you every day. Najua nilichoma, yeah. I take the blame. Juu tangu iyo day, I've never been the same. Find me at B&D of late kila weekendi. Nimekosana na wengi, lakini sisi I'm regretting. I know you know me well, usikate juu niko mlevi. Please don't hang up on me, niache niseme ukweli. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, someday. I'm not stalking you, niliona umepost pictures are cost. Your new man doing the most. You seem happy, you seem so happy. Called to let you know I'm taken, but available for you. Bestie, we nirudishie phone. Cause you don't understand what the hell is going on. Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday.
Reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. Needs to know what's in my heart.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Amenivua vazi la aibu na moyo wangu wakati sina budi ila nimusifu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wapendwa muziki amefanya Mungu. Enyewe Mungu amefanya. That was such a beautiful jam. Right before that we had Better by Munyiri and we had You by Churchill King and Recap. Sasa Recap. You guys decided to pull a Sauti Sol on us. Atia Sauti Sol. No. Camp Mula on us. Sauti Sol, okay. Okay, they broke up. We're not okay, but it's fine. It's fine because I wasn't their biggest fan, but I loved them together. I feel like genuinely it might sound like I'm not very supportive, but I think they're better together than one by one. Like I want everybody to do their solo projects, lakini bado wabaki pamoja. Yeah. But something about independence is that it doesn't really work when you're with people, and as an artist, you really want creative direction. You also want to discover yourself as an artist. You want to know that you can achieve things. You can, Yani, you're not who you are because of this group. Like, you are who you are because of that group. Because other guys out here in this industry, the Namelesses, the Waires, they are great. Like, they didn't have that Sauti Soul thing. That thing, and that comes from having 4 talented men in the same studio and having great management, because I can tell, from all the videos, they're so good at documenting their behind the scenes. And right now they're going through they've been doing boot camps for artists. They posted one 2 days ago. Was it from where? Pwani. Yeah, the Coast Edition. So basically, this is what they were doing. They had call-outs. They had young artists. I don't know what the selection process was. But the artists now would just present on stage. They would present whatever it is that they have. And then I think I saw, was it 7 of them or 8 of them? I think it might have been 5 guys and 2 girls. 7 or 8 of them, because I know there was 2 girls and the rest were guys, were selected. And so they spent a whole week in the room with BN's wife, the dance trainer, the coach. We had BN there himself. We had Fancy Fingers doing the production. I think those are the 3 that I saw running that project. Those are the 3 that I saw in the video. And Manze, I can tell that these guys are really pouring back into society. They're pouring back into society. And I can tell that they're behind the scenes process. And I think the video is called Behind the Scenes, The Making of a Star. How stars are made, something like that. Or how to write songs like a star. Something of that sort. You just go to their page on the Sauti Soul page, and you got the Soul Generation. Soul Generation, I'm just here lying. Okay, the page where Sauti Soul put their music on YouTube, whatever it is that's called, that is exactly where they have posted it. And it is such a beautiful short video. It's under 20 minutes, I believe. It's such a cute little documentary that really shows, young people that are dreamers and there's mega superstars in the continent who are really just doing everything to teach these kids what it means to be an artist, what it means to be a star, what it means to write award-winning songs, and how to basically become a star. And it's so beautiful. But my point is this: their management process, their music making process is so real. It's so real. They make music from their hearts. They make music because they love it. They make music because they are passionate, and they have studied it. They are very skilled musicians. They're not just talented. There's a difference between talented and skilled. You can be talented and skilled. You can be very skilled and not very talented. Talented means it's naturally existing. It means you were born with it. It means you can do this easily without struggling. It's something that even if you practice, some of us, if we practiced, would never be good. So even if you do become skilled at what you do, you didn't have to be skilled for it to be good, even though being skilled helps it. And then being skilled is now learning the art of doing something correctly, refining that thing, just getting the ins and the outs of that thing. And I think aside from Sauti Soul being a very talented musicians, they are also extremely skilled. And I'm going to give an example with Fancy Fingers, because Fancy Fingers is he's not the best vocalist, but you can tell that he's very skilled to the point where he sings, you don't want to throw his music away. But he's not at the level of the other, because he's more of a guitarist, right? And a producer more than a vocalist. And you can see even based on the amount of, the song that he actually sings. In some songs, he doesn't sing at all because vocals is not his strong suit, but he is a very much so a musician like the rest of them. So, I'm very sad that Recap decided to pull a Camp Mula on us. It's very saddening, and we need to appeal. We need to appeal for Recap to come back. Yeah, and we're just having a conversation with my producer about how Recap are the Christian Camp Mula, and I think that's so true. Anyways, let's have a conversation about what's been happening. And when it comes to women's issues, it's up in the air. You never know. You never know what's going on. You never ever know what's going on. So yeah, we've been having a few concerning women's issues in Kenya and across Africa. Yeah, so we have a few ongoing challenges that I highlighted as well as some emerging responses. So these are some of the stories from Africa, from Kenya, and across the world. So this is a story we shared last week that I want to remind you guys about, 2 weeks ago, yeah? And as of March 12th, 2025, there was a freeze. The freeze in U.S. foreign aid has led to significant delays in the distribution of antiretroviral ARV medications in Kenya. And approximately 34 million worth of this life-saving drugs remain stranded in warehouses, affecting around 1.4 million Kenyans living with HIV, many of whom happen to be women. That is extremely, extremely sad. And then we jump into a not so great story from Nigeria. So this one is on sexual harassment. And Nigerian Senator Natasha Apoti-Adwagan, please, if I'm butchering this name, forgive me, accused the Senate President Godswill Akpabhoi of sexual harassment. And following her allegations, Akpoti faced 6 months suspension for unrelated disruptive behavior. Wow. Sparking protests and highlighting the challenges women face in politics. Imagine a senator. A senator, you'd think that you need to be in a position of power to protect yourself from society's ills and society's evil. You would think it's good enough that you're in power, yet men in the same level just see you as nothing, And when I was young, I believe I was around 8 years old, and my auntie wrote a quote in our dictionary, and I was a regular Hukokwe dictionary. My mom was an English teacher. So every time I would ask her the meaning of a word, because I was an avid reader as a child, and every time I would ask her the meaning of a word, she would say, "You know where the dictionary is." Or she would ask me, "Have you checked in the dictionary?" Then why are you asking me? Because she wanted to teach me independence and curiosity and learning how to research for myself, not just asking every time. Yet there's a way that I could find out for myself. So just that assertiveness and having agency is what my mom wanted to teach me. So one day I found that my auntie had written in the front page of the dictionary that a woman has to work twice as hard as a man to get half the respect. And I thought that was crazy as an 8-year-old girl. So I asked her, "What do you mean?" And she said, "It's true." And she said, for example, look at Oprah. And she started giving me examples of women in power and how long it took for them to get there. And she asked me, "How many Oprahs do you see?" Yet there's Dr. Phil, there's the Late Show with this guy, Late Show with that guy. But how many Oprahs do you see? And to date, there's barely a woman who has reached the caliber of Oprah. Yet when it comes to talk show kings, you have Steve Harvey, you have Dr. Phil, you have the David Letterman show, you have the Daily Show, the Daily Show, with Trevor Noah and all the hosts. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yet, we still have never had an equivalent to Oprah. So it means that in this industry, there aren't enough spaces being created for women, because if all these men have been raised, why are we not seeing the same for women? And so that quote really rang true to me. And it's so saddening that this Senator Natasha is struggling, yet she is in such a position of power. So what does it actually take for women to be safe? And that's what we're talking about today already. And so also there's a story on technological support for assault survivors in South Sudan. And an Israeli-based organization, Israel. Okay, so it's Isra and Aid, introduced a WhatsApp chatbot in South Sudan to support survivors of sexual assault. Within its first 3 months, the chatbot facilitated the reporting of 135 cases, offering a promising tool in regions with limited resources. So this is very interesting. This is very, very interesting about this organization, because I would love to know their stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, war, genocide, whatever it is that you would like to call it. because it's very interesting that we have thousands of Palestinian women and young girls being assaulted sexually, killed, being separated from their parents, and yet now we want to support people in South Sudan. Why is Africa always the go-to? Why is Africa always the go-to when it comes to assistance? You know, it's how a lot of, for example, you'd find a lot of organizations in the West would leave their homeless, they're destitute, they're sick, you know, to come and assist us. And something that you should always know is that there are always vested interests. There are always a vested interest. So I'm not saying that it's not a good thing they're doing, but, you know, when you realize, you know, for example, what happened with USAID, it was never really about the Africans or the people. It was about the vested interest. And when it's no longer working on the side of the US or whichever, you know, superpower is featuring in the day's story, they pull out. They move on with their lives because it's not always a humanitarian effort. It's oftentimes very strategic. Okay, so I need you to remember that every time you read these stories, always ask yourself, what are they not telling us? What am I not seeing? What do they want from South Sudan? How many times have they cared? Why does Israel care about South Sudan? Why are they focusing on South Sudanese? Do they not have enough survivors of sexual assault and sexual violence to assist in their own country? Again, I'm not saying that they can't and that they shouldn't, but what are we not seeing? Okay, so this might be a well-meaning, well-wishing organization. Okay, but we don't know that. We're not sure. We're not sure at all. And for me, a little suspicion is very, very, very healthy. All right, so in case you have been living under a rock, let me remind you that when it comes to gender-based violence, between August and October 2024, at least 97 women that we know about were victims of femicide in Kenya, underscoring a disturbing trend of gender-based violence. And it's been hundreds of women, honestly, but these are the ones that have been confirmed and reported officially. Not to mention all of the missing women, bodies that have been identified and unidentified, the Jane Does in mortuaries. Last year was such a dark year for women. And the sad thing is that to date, femicide is still the biggest crisis in this country. You know, when we talk about crime, we talk about, crime is, no, femicide is the biggest issue in our country right now. And in response to the surge in violence, Kenyan women have been training in self-defense. We talked about that last week, right? And so looking out into the continent, the AU Convention Against Gender Violence, we had the African Union adopting a new convention aimed at ending violence against women and girls, creating a legally binding framework for member states to address this pervasive issue. So something I noticed when we attended the People's Dialogue Festival 2 weeks ago was that we tend, civil society, the government, a lot of the big players. So I sort of want to leave civil society out of there. So let's say the political class, government, and the powers that be, because not everybody in civil society is powerful when it comes to comparing ourselves to the bigwigs, right? We have conversations and we don't give a seat at the table to the people whose stories are untold. Right. So last week here on Sheversations, we had Susan sharing her story. She shared just different themes, just the poverty, period poverty, teenage pregnancy. And when I asked her, then, somebody like her who has started an organization like Inspire Teenagers Foundation, what do you want from society? What do you want from those that claim to want to help? And she said, do not leave us out of the conversation. Do not create solutions for us without us approving those solutions. Come and find out what we need, because we know what we need better than you. Don't speak on people's behalf. Don't speak on women's behalf. And so when I see this convention, I ask myself, how many survivors, how many victors do we have in this conference to actually say, yeah, that's great. Or do we just sit around the table and have very intelligent, theoretically intelligent solutions that don't actually apply and cannot be actualized on the ground. So that is what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. That's what concerns me. And also, we've had economic empowerment initiatives recently, such as the African Women's Development Fund and the African Union's Women in Business program. And they have been supporting women-led businesses, fostering economic growth and innovation across the continent. This I like, because when you tell me supporting, it means that you're putting some money in there. It means that you're putting some training in there, meaning that this person's business, when it comes to numbers, the numbers never lie. The numbers never lie. So what this tells me is that there's actually something being done. Unlike the conversations, that with conventions that are aimed at ending violence against women and girls, have we not done this for years? Have we not done this for decades? Every 2 years, every 3 years, these things are being discussed. It's time to end the discussions and to put your money where your mouth is. Okay? Yeah. That's what I think. Okay. And when it comes to legal barriers, despite ongoing efforts, many African countries still face significant legal challenges that disproportionately affect women and girls, particularly in areas related to inheritance, marriage, and family relations. That is quite sad, because again, in Susan's story, she told a story of where how she got into the impact, the climate impact world. Because when it rains, she would notice that the girls who she would assist at the school that they used to serve at sometimes were gone. And sometimes it's that they have been married off because the floods were so bad. And the animals were washed away. The animals died, in what do you call it? Those sides of Rongai. Yeah, Kajiado County. And the solution is to sell a young primary school or high school girl off into marriage so that you can get back the value of the cattle that you lost. Because some of the evil ills of some of these cultures that have been perverted over time is when we have normalized valuing property and cattle in some society over girls in some societies. That's something very, very worrisome. So those are some of the things that are going on around the world. So as we say that we're empowering women, we need to think about how. How are you empowering women around you? Do you have an environment that is allowing women to do what they need to be doing to keep safe? Are women safe around you? Are they safe in the spaces that you create? Are they safe physically? Are they safe mentally? Are they having an easy time because they're there? Or is it a harder time, or just, the same old suffering, yet you claim to support women? So you as a woman, you as a man, ask yourself, in the spaces where you have influence, do women feel safe and are they empowered? And if so, how? And have you asked them, or are you just speaking on their behalf? So those are some of the stories that haven't made me very happy. I'm not very, very happy about that, but we are going to take a break so that we can process better. And this is Slicky by Keithan and Glow Up by Miss Karoon. I'll be right back.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Akashtuka kuhome na mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. Tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. I hope unajua siwezi slake it. Check it, shani washa videtly. Waiting for your text on my phone. Yes, you know I'm still checking. When you want to call me, it's amazing. Playing hard to get. Oh, if I get to you. Oh no, Nairobi kuna story. City love inaweza leta ngori. Everyone's got their guard up, I say. We all want somebody, but do we want to stay? Tonsils the way that you sweet are coming my way. Time ya lockdown, utapata knockdown. Oh yeah. Aliruka hello, akashtuka kuhona mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. Tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. I hope unajua siwezi slay. Aliruka hello, akashtuka kuhona mimi, lakini siwezi dedi. tukibaki alone when you're calling my phone. Unajua siwezi sleke.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Have you seen that girl? I've seen that girl before. You can see it in her motions, yeah, she knows. Got her mind together, she can take it slow. Take it slow. If you ain't seen me lately, don't you worry, 'cause you see, I realized the secret to my worth. Whatever happens, I'll put me first. Put me first. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know ya. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, yeah, baby, I'd like to know ya. Oh, why won't you buy me sometime that I wouldn't need back? Oh, you know there's moments I wish I could go back and tell you that, yeah. Tell you I need time to know you. Tell you I've been trying to show you how far this thing could go if we just hold space for love in a higher plane. I love you, by the way. See, we all bleed the same, hey. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, oh hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, oh baby, I'd like to know ya. I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. I'm taking it back, hold up, let me explore, yeah. Yeah, I never seen you glow up like this before, yeah. You're taking me back, yeah, baby, I'd like to know ya. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Light the shines together, together. Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Light the shines together, together. Hey now, you could be my neighbor. Only we can save us. Sister love forever, forever. Say now, put me on your level. We could be forever. Let the shines together, together.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
siku yetu ya mapenzi. Maisha kuishi na wewe hadi milele ndio raha kwangu, nimekweka mbele. Kabla kujuana tulitongozana, ikaingiana, tukashindwa kuachana. Ona leo hii you're in love with me. Kabla kujuana tulitongozana, iliingiana, tuliomba sana. Ona leo hii you're mine to be for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life. I feel so lucky, unami, for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life. I feel so happy, unami, for the rest of my life. Couple in town, do see how? And I really broke down when I saw you walk in your wedding gown. Whoa, whoa. Kabla kujuana, tulitongozana, ikaingiana, tukashindwa kuachana. Ona leo hii, hey, you're in love with me. Kabla tulitongozana, iliingiana, tuliomba sana. Ona leo hii, hey, we are meant to be for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life. I feel so lucky, unami, for the rest of my life.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back to Power Radio. So we are left with 1 hour and about 5 minutes into today's show. So it's 5 minutes to 12:30. 5 minutes to 12:30. Hey, at 12:30. 5 minutes to 12. 5 minutes to 12. Yes. And that was, who was that? Rest of My Life by Watenda Willie. Before that, we had Glow Up by Karun. And then we had Slicky by Kithan. Kithan, mbona unatunyima wimbo? Mbona wimbo ikwe 1 minute? As in, I was so sad when it ended. I was like, why? What is the reason? Why you fighting with your producer? Don't do that. Don't do that, you guys. It's not nice. It's not nice. Anyways, so you already know that if it's Monday, we are doing a IMO. In my opinion, that is where I share something interesting, something controversial, something that's bound to get you riled up, something that's bound to get you going. So today, what are we talking about? We're talking about, should women stop expecting men to pay for everything? In my opinion, no. No, please let them pay. But also, I'm joking. It really depends. It depends because hey, it's a rough time. Economically, it's such an interesting time that we're living in. Traditions have changed, expectations have changed, incomes have definitely changed. Yeah, they've lowered in the sense that everything is more expensive. So whatever it is that you are affording, you can't afford half of it. Sai tuna afford half of what we could afford 3 years ago. 3 years ago, 500 bob worth of tokens could last a whole month for somebody with a hot shower, a fridge, and a microwave, and devices. Zile za kawaida, power bank, simu, lapi, yeah, speaker, yeah, Bluetooth. Sai, you need between 1,500 and 2K. For the same. Now you name to a betita, ni mimi najiongelelea. It's me that I'm talking about. What we were bedsitter with our bedsitter lives. So from 500 units 3 years ago, Zastima, or rather pesa ya 500 bob, tokens are 500. Sai, you need 1,500, between 1,500 and 2K, depending on how Kenya Power feels, because the same units are not lasting the same. So not only has the value of the units reduced, or rather increased, so now it's more expensive in that more money is getting you less. Even the same 10 units, size inaisha. So sijui what's going on with amani venye tulilala tu, and then all of a sudden a file which used to be 20 MB sai unai download na 300 MB because the size of data has increased. Are you guys also increasing the size of the voltage, guys? Kenya Power, mnadu nini? Please talk to me, because it's a very frustrating situation. Yeah, so anyways, we're in very interesting times financially, but let's talk facts, not feelings. I'm not here to talk about my feelings. And the Kenyan streets, as well as Tita, they stay on fire over who should pay. And men are screaming, Meniweka pressure. They're like, Meniweka pressure. Like, stop it, right? And women are like, Aki babe, my hair needs retouching. Pia mimi babe, my hair needs retouching. Even me. Anyways, my babe is very lucky. I'm a very low maintenance girl. I'm content with little. I am content. Mimi ukinipea tu pesa za transport, za bike hata staki za nduthi. Ama you buy for me my own nduthi, if this is the conversation we're having. You know, it just get me a few outfits. Nikuwe tu na something to wear at the bottom for each day of the week. 7 of them. Naivo too. 7 pairs of pants za casual, 7 pairs za job, 7 skirts, 7 dresses, 7 pairs of shoes, which are, you know, you can walk in them. So that's your comfortable boots and your sneakers. And then 7 pairs for like heels, doll shoes and everything. I'm okay. And 2 nice backpacks, 2 nice handbags, 2 nice tote bags. Imagine mimi nimetosheka. I don't ask for much. I won't even say, oh, I need to go do my nails. My nails have been done. Can you see, guys, that my nails have been done? By God. Collaborating with my parents. That's like it took a lot of collaboration to do my nails. My skin is always done also by God and dictated by the weather and my hormones and what I'm eating and the soap that I'm using, and if I decide to apply something, which I normally don't. So if things are gonna go bad, they're gonna go bad. And nywele yangu namkanga venye nataka, and I just come out venye najisikia. The rest of society can die. So I'm a very low maintenance girly. Do you understand? So for me, I feel like it would be fair if somebody's son wanted to spoil me the rest of his life, he could afford it. Let me hear what the rest of you ladies are doing. Right. And speaking of which, because the economy The economy equal ICU, guys. The economy equal ICU. We need to do some CPR. Lakini, the rest of you ladies are expecting nails, rent, salon, soft life. So is this fair? Is this fair or is it delulu? That's what I want to know from you guys today. Is it fair or is it delulu? Right? And it's so bad to the point where guys are taking loans for dates. We had the same conversation on Valentine's Day. Like, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. Mnakopa pesa za Valentine, alafu mkope pesa za date. That's no, please. You should be able to take this girl out on your pocket. If you can't afford, mwambie, this is my net worth. My net worth is my M-Pesa balance, and my M-Pesa balance is just 3 figures. Not 6 figures, not 4 or 5, 3. Yani 600 and something. Na hii ni fare ya wiki mbili. Ma 20 bob na ma 30 bob. So hata ukiangalia hivyo, it's not dinner or lunch. Niko na pesa ya ice cream. Can I take you on an ice cream date? Tupande mati ya 30 bob ama ya 50 bob at most. So 50 bob, 50. Already, you've taken this man's 100 bob out of 600. Sa amebaki na 500 bob. Sindio? Alafu ice cream, sasa mnunue hiyo ya 50 bob, 50 bob. Juziko. 200 bob. You've left the man with 400 shillings. You've taken away a whole 2 or 3 days worth of transport. Okay, those are 2 days because that's 200. 50 ya kwenda, 50 ya kurudi. Manze, that's not okay. That is not fine. That's not fine, right? And your girlies are out here saying, Kai anajaribu, but I can't suffer. Girlies. And then we have the girlies that are earning 6 figures and they're like, a man must provide. A man must provide. So are we selective feminist ladies? Do we want equity? Do we want, whatever it is you get out of it is what you put in this relationship? You get what you bring to the table. Is that what you want, or do you want to be a selective feminist? Like, let's talk about that. So if women are making their own money, should men still fund their soft life? Should men still be funding your soft life, boys and girls? Okay, mostly the girls. Yeah? And it's very interesting because in 2025, women are bossing up. We are running businesses. We're getting promotions. Lakini, we still want the men to handle the bills. So where is the balance? I just want to understand. Because I have just said I don't mind a man providing for me. But that's if he wants to. I want a man that's a provider. But si pia mimi nitamsaidia. Allah, like, my man is not going to be suffering because I want my nails to be done. Like, I need to figure out what is the equivalent of his nails. Is it getting a new shirt? Is it, getting him a nice meal that he likes? What would make him feel taken care of? What does he need from me that I can actually provide? And can I provide this money for myself? Because for sure, I'm not ending up with somebody that's not interested in taking me out, in spoiling me. I'm not interested. I would rather remain single forever than doing this struggle relationships. No. Lakini, the man is a provider rule. Does it still apply when you, as a girly, you're earning more than your man? That's what I want to know. Alafu huku mna trend huku nje because February 2025, this year, last month, there was a TikTok lady that went viral saying, even if I make a 500K, my man must still pay for my rent, my nails, and girls' trips. And men were literally crying. It was flooded in the comment section. They were crying because they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, this is a lady that knows her worth. And my question is, are you going for men who make more than you? Because maybe if that's a deal breaker, that's a conversation you should be having. Because baba nani ako huku nje akilia kwa wasichana wadogo because wewe umemwekea pressure. So now he's there dancing with teenagers, dancing with campus students, pale kwa club kwa kona because akifika kwa nyumba anaambiwa rent and I'm not defending this weird men. Like, we need to have a balanced conversation because we're always telling guys to like pull up their socks. But today we want to talk to the ladies. So, ladies, are men just ATM machines? Mechoka. You're saying they're not good for anything, so we might as well use them. I see you. Me, I have questions. Today, I don't have answers. I just have questions and lots of questions. So, Kenyan men are struggling. They are. But they're also scared to say it, right? Right? They are stressed because the taxes are up. Living costs are wild. They're insane. And huyu msichana anataka Java, anataka, pesa ya makucha, babe. And weekend in Vasha. Safari Rari. Hello? Me, at this point, if I see somebody out here, young guy here with a mama, me, I won't blame them. I will judge you, but I won't blame you. I won't blame you because I see what's going on here. You're like, listen, equality, baby. Equality. Woo! Take me out. No, I don't mean take me out to eat. Like just mnitoe na dirisha because wow. Wanaume hard trended after a guy shared how he faked a business trip because his girlfriend wanted a fancy Valentine's dinner that he couldn't afford. If you're in a relationship where you can't tell your girlfriend, where your girlfriend doesn't even know what you can afford and what you can't afford, and you as a man, once she puts that demand on the table, you're not able to have a conversation and say, I know this is what you want, babe, but we're not quite yet there. If you can't do that, that's not a relationship, that's a business arrangement. Mnanisikia? You are having a business arrangement with this daughter of Eve. And I'm saying daughter of Eve because kuna kwanga na hiyo conniving nature. Wacha nikwambie. Na mnachezwa, sa alafu mnachezana. So anyways, that was a hashtag wanaume ni hard. Yo, nyinyi ni wagumu. But if a guy tells you, babe, I can't afford that right now, are you staying or upgrading? Are you? What are you doing? What are you actually doing? Tuambiane ukweli. Uta-upgrade. Na wajua nyinyi. Majority of you are actually going to upgrade. Yeah? Very few ladies are, ride or die. Nini. They're just waiting. Well, secretly building their shambas. Uko injo wanatumia pesa. They are investing in themselves. Hoping for the next better man. They probably settled for you. Hey, leo nawambia ukweli vibaya. I don't know. It's a Monday, guys. Let's just start the week on a high note by telling each other the truth. Now, does accepting money from a man automatically mean that you owe him? The amount of cases of femicide and nimekununulia KFC, so you have to come home with me. I'm sorry. Am I trading my vagina for a meal? No, guys. So some men are out here thinking that paying for a girl's Uber means that he owns her soul. No, boo-boo. That's not the one. That's not how we do it. And I have a story time for you guys, right? So a famous Kenyan influencer exposed a guy in January who paid for her rent for months and then got salty when she said she didn't want him. Yeah. But sir, kama wewe unataka kuwa good Samaritan, you want to do charity, you want to do social work, you want to do community service, you don't go back. Ni kama kwenda children's home and you know that the children don't have stuff to give you, ya ukweli, because they're asking you to give them. And then unaenda unawapea toiletries, sijui my toothbrush, my panty, my dresses, my trouser, viatu, my Vaseline, mafuta, unga. And then after doing that for 3 months, you're going back. You're like, nyinyi watu hata hamwezi ninunulia shopping. I'm sorry, if you decide to do charity work for women, do it because you love them. Because this is not going to work out for you. It's not going to work out. And do some women accept money knowing full well that they're not into the guy, and men accepting a return on investment? Woo! Do you want return on investment? Guys, I told you people are in business partnerships. Those are business agreements. You people are not in relationships. Nairobians, Kenyans, what are we actually doing? So if a woman earns more, should she start paying the bills? Should she start paying the bills if she earns more? That is a question for you. So all of your responses, all of the triggers that I have activated, please bring them. Caroline_Murote on Instagram and at Power Radio. On Facebook, Caroline Murote and at Power Radio. On X, it's at Caroline Murote and at Power Radio. And on TikTok, it's at Power Radio. And at Caro, CAROL Murote at Carol Murote. I want to know what you guys think because yeah, I'm just tired. So if a woman earns more, should she pay the bills? And this is the reality, is that more Kenyan women out here are out earning their men, but they are paying the rent. Are they? Or are they still waiting for babe to handle it? And then we had an expose in the Nation, the Daily Nation, that revealed that a woman bought a house in secret because she didn't want her husband knowing that she was the main provider. Hey, how does her husband not know that she's a main provider though? You can't, somebody else can't be, you mean, your relationships are confusing me. You guys need to do better. And if the roles were reversed, would men be allowed to hide money the same way? Let me tell you something. Men don't hide secret houses. They hide secret families. Ladies, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be messy. If that's how you choose to go, if you're not in a Christian relationship, because we'll put those of you when you're meokoka aside. For the rest of you who are just doing life the way you want and you're happy to do so and you are doing whatever makes your heart happy, get your money and build your houses. Because when men want to play you, my friend, they don't invest in a cute car. They invest in human beings. A man will leave you and your children and go and fund another woman's children. Children that don't belong to him. Like, what is that? We need to start interviewing men on this show. Like, I don't mean men who are here as allies. We need to find these men and just get into their psychology, because I feel like that will give us closure. It won't fix anything because the trauma has out-traumatized itself. But we need just a bit of closure. Just a little bit of closure. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So, hii debate ya mwanaume anafaa kuprovide even if you have money, is it a relevant debate? Ama tuko tu na maneno? Like, are we just being dramatic? And some people are saying that men should provide no matter what. Well, others argue it's 2025 and women need to be matching the effort. Okay. So the economy is bad. People are struggling, Sindio. And the man must provide. In South Africa, we say, Indoda must provide. Indoda must provide. The man must give. Do you understand? Like, you're not really a man if you're not providing. But that's for the South African girlies. We don't have enough time to fight two country struggles. So let's just focus on Kenya. Is it realistic in Kenya? Is it realistic to say that a man must always provide despite what he's making? Because those things that I'm saying today, guys, are so far from my personal opinions. These are your wild opinions out here, guys. That's what In My Opinion is about. And yeah, today I'm just being messy. I do not want to take the high road. I am hitting low. The bar is in hell. The bar is in hell, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. And if the gender roles were switched in all of these examples that I'm giving, and men started expecting financial support, which a lot of them are doing in this Nairobi, also soft boys, baby boys, ni wengi sana. Don't be lied to. And would women still be okay with this thing? So Kenyan women, tuambiane ukweli, come, let's talk. Just want to talk. Do you want partners or do you want sponsors? Personally, Mimi, I would be okay with a sponsor. Just don't ask for any sugar. I want a sugar daddy who does not want sugar. Do not quote me on this. I will deny everything. I will deny. But like, let me tell you, somebody somewhere who just wants to sponsor my lifestyle. Hey, yangu ni life, see lifestyle. It's not very stylish. Some of you guys out here are creating content. Now somebody's about to catch a stray. Some of you ladies out here creating lifestyle content should just remove the style from the lifestyle. Because lifestyle means that you're actually, I've got to go to the spa every 3 days. I'm doing this. This is my meal plan. This is what I eat. I go brunching with the girlies. My friend, if that's not your life, how na lifestyle? Unatuonesha the four corners of your bedsitter, sufuria yako moja yenye ukifanya hachu inaanguka kwa choo. Don't right lifestyle for us. It is misleading. I'm not hating on you. Please struggle with dignity is all I'm saying. Please and thank you. Thank you very much. Now, coming back to these things that I am saying, I am just being messy because personally I suffer more than I should, guys. Me, I have given men space to waste my time. I have been a supportive girlfriend. I will support you. My money is our money. And moving forward, only God will help me. We're healing. Tuna heal. I'm trying to not be a bitter girl, but for the plot. All right. So final thoughts. Let me know. Should men still be paying for everything or should it be 50-50? If a man is broke, should a woman stick beside him? Oh, she should look for greener pastures. Dusty, crusty Kamau with his no bank account, with nothing to offer, and Atieno and Jontes, you guys, Ebu mnaona aje? What are you saying? Because nyinyi wengine mnatoa kina Njeriuku and like Nduta and mnaleta Kasioki, and you guys are shining these girls, but these girls do not do the same for you. So Nairobi. Another question: if a man is broke, okay, if a guy pays for your lifestyle, does he get a say in how you live? Okay. Sasa, you don't want to be told anything, but you want somebody to pay your bills. You want to be somebody's baby, but you don't want to be directed. It will pick a struggle. And let's be honest, would you date a man who, earning also is correct, but would you date a man that earns less than you? Let me know what you're thinking and let me know why. And venye nimeona that Kenyan dating, actually, guys, is turning into a business deal. And love, hatuko sure kama iko real ama we're just trading money for vibes. So kila mtu kwa comment section, discuss 20 marks. 20 marks, discuss. I want all the fire, all the heat. Don't spare anything. So because I need a glass of water, because this is a lot, guys. This is a lot. You people out here are struggling. We're going to have Tabasamu Langu by Jay, Blessing, St. P and Joanne Matata, and Haiwahusu by Israel Onyach. So this is for you, my loves, as you think about your messy relationships and hopefully plan to do better.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
If I could turn back the hands of time, relieve every moment I spent with you, I'd still want you here. So tell me now, what happened to forever? What happened to the days? Oh, you said you'd leave me never. Now I'm in a daze. Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me now? Had so much to say. We had so much to do. Where and you went? Tabasamu langu. Where and you went? Ngome yangu. Where and you went? Rafiki yangu. Where and you went? Where and you went? Time can never erase your face. No, 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 no. Nothing can ever take your place. You are the fire deep inside of me. You are the strength that I need to succeed. You are the voice that speaks to me. Yeah. Asante kwa uzuri wako. Asante kwa mafundisho So here's what I'll do. I'll make you proud, I'll make you smile, and do the things that you left behind. I wanna thank you for being my friend, for being us.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Changamoto tunazo nyingi, si rahisi. Furaha yetu ya wahuzunisha, ya wahangaisha, mnanungunika. Kwani tunakosa gani? Kupenda tangu lini kawa dhambi? Na yetu si haramu ni halali, Nina maswali, siamini. Ndugu zanguni, hampendezwi na furaha yangu. Mnachopenda ni fununu nyinyi, mbona mnanikemea nikimbusu mimi? Mnieleze shida yenu nini? Haiwahusu nani? Mina mpenzi wangu tutafika mbali, liwe liwalo si hatusimami. Mkipanga njama na sisi tutapangua, juu haiwahusu. Mpenzi, maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini. Wakija na silaha tutapambana nao, siendi popote. Misita kuacha kamwe, ni mimi na wewe, penzi haiwahusu. Wenye wivu mtukome, mliokosa washikaji njooni muone. Vile penzi letu imejipa na nimeshiba. Nilipata kitu bora vile nilikupata, my lover, nakutaka till forever. It's you and me, no one could ever take your place. Mnachopenda ni fununu nyinyi, mbona mnanikemea nikimbusu mimi? Nieleze shida yenu nini? Haiwahusu nani? Mina mpenzi wangu tutafika mbali, liwe liwalo si hatusimami. Mkipanga njama na sisi tutapangua, juu hewa. Maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini. Wakija na silaha tutapambana nao, siendi popote. Misita kuacha kamwe, ni mimi na wewe. Maneno yao haiwezi tuweka chini. Wakija na silaha tutapambana nao, siendi popote. Misita kuacha kamwe, ni mimi na wewe, penzi haiwahusu. Ni mimi na wewe, ni mimi na wewe tu, ni mimi na wewe tu, mpenzi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
When the war is okay, I felt this feeling inside that we finally made it. Yeah, we finally made it out alive. Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel the glory coming? Ooh, the sun came out this morning, and I hear the birds are calling. Can you feel it coming? Don't you worry, talk to us.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
So that was Sour by Cheru. And we had before that Israel Onyach telling you, "Hi Wahus, mind your business, please." Thank you. And then we had Tabasa Mulangu by J Blessing St. P and Joanne Matata. Joanne Matata was those chords. She was hitting all of the notes. That was beautiful. Thank you for making beautiful music. And if you're making beautiful music, let us know so we can play your music. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. So today, as much as we have been messy and we have discussed very light, very, very, yani to drama, to maudaku apapale. We're discussing a very heavy topic because today what we're talking about is femicide. We're talking about femicide. We're talking about when will it be safe to be a woman? We're talking about the crisis of femicide in Kenya. And I don't know, are you guys okay? Tumezoea. Mi naona ni kama tumezoea. We have normalized femicide. We've normalized women dying. Because nothing seems to be changing. Nothing at all seems to be changing except that we're talking about it. But have the cases reduced? No, they haven't. Yeah? So, these are a few statistics. Between 2016 and 2024, over 500 women in Kenya have been victims of femicide, according to investigative platforms Africa Uncensored and Africa Data Hub. And the World Health Organization reported that Kenya experiences one of the highest rates of femicide in Africa, with an estimated 47 women killed each week. Yet we don't hear about all these 47 women. Those 47 women don't trend. They don't always make the news. We have normalized this. I think last year we started talking about it more, but I strongly believe that this has been happening for longer than we have known. And a few notable cases is Agnes Tirop, October 13, 2021, and the renowned Kenyan an athlete was found stabbed to death in her home in Iten, and her husband, Ibrahim Rotich, shame on him, was arrested in connection with her murder. We have another athlete, Rebecca Cheptegei, September the 5th, 2024, that's last year. And she's a Kenyan-Ugandan marathoner who was set ablaze by her ex-partner, Dixon Ndiema, in Kenya's Rift Valley region, leading to her death from severe burns. And if you can remember more about this story, it was over land, because there was a dispute over land that it was about money with regards to land. And my question is, so who deserves to die and why? Why is it okay for somebody to die? Why is it fine? Why have we made these things normal? Land? You kill me over land? Okay. We have Damaris Mutua, 19th of April, 2022. Kenyan-born Baharian athlete. So we are looking into athletes, yeah? Was found murdered in Iten, again with her Ethiopian boyfriend identified as a prime suspect. So men from everywhere. Husband, ex-boyfriend, boyfriend. We have Starlet Wahu and Rita Waeni. Our young stars whose nyotas have been zimwad mapema, earlier than their time. And both of those women were murdered in separate incidents, sparking massive protests across Kenya. Yeah, both of whom died in Airbnbs. If you remember, that was trending last year. And we've had so many unnamed victims. That's what I had said earlier. Between August and October 2024, at least 97 women across Kenya were killed in femicides between August and October 2024. According to Reuters police figures. So now let's look into why this is happening. What is happening exactly? Because this is coming from a pattern of violence. Okay? So let's look into who is doing these things, where are they doing it, and why are they doing it? Because we said we're trying to get into the bottom of this, and having more and more conversations about this creates awareness that this is still a problem. We were not talking about 16 days of activism against gender-based violence as a trend. It's because it's a very serious thing. So the perpetrators are often first and foremost intimate partners. And a significant number of femicide cases involve intimate partners or close acquaintances. For instance, we have the cases of Agnes Tirop as well as Rebecca Cheptegei. Both were allegedly murdered by their partner. Sometimes this alleged term really frustrates me because we know that they did it. Oftentimes, on that list is family members, and a lot of cases involve family members as perpetrators, often due to disputes over property or family honor. Most of the time, it's honestly over property. Yeah, 2 years ago, there was a case of a girl that came on TikTok. She danced, she made a cute video, and I think she was not appropriately dressed according to the Muslim standard. And the next time she was creating a video was to ask for help because her brother had beaten her up. And she was Arab, light-skinned, just not your typical black. She was not black. She was alikuwa amefura macho. It was so sad. I don't remember her name, but it trended 2 years ago. And you should have seen the comment sections. Like, yeah, serves her right for dishonoring her religion, dishonoring her family, dishonoring her father, dishonoring her brothers. I'm like, so this girl deserves to be beaten, battered, because she decided to take off her hijabi on a video? Wow. Today, many questions and not enough answers. Not enough answers. So where does a lot of GBV cases that end up as femicide happen? Domestic settings. More often than not, this is not going to happen in the middle of the road with strangers. The strangers that you're scared of are probably also scared of you. And many incidents occur in the victims' homes, highlighting the dangers women face even in familiar environments. So where are we safe? It also happens in rural areas, a lot of rural areas. And these cases are prevalent in rural regions where traditional norms and limited access to support services exacerbate the issue. Why is it happening? What are the contributing factors? We have cultural norms. We have patriarchal beliefs and practices that normalize violence against women, making it challenging to address the root cause of femicide. We have societies that agree and keep girls silent, keep women silent, so that it becomes normalized that if you do this and that, you do that and that, it is okay for this man to be angry enough to take your life or nearly take your life. Yeah. They also happen because of economic pressures, which we saw a lot last year. And I think that's part of the reason why we heard about more and more of the stories, because economically, a lot of things changed last year. Everything was hiked. A lot of people lost their jobs. So if we're not processing and dealing as a country, then a lot of anger is triggered, because there's so much economic pressure that's constantly being piled. And this financial stress and unemployment as well can lead to increased domestic violence, escalating to femicide. Another reason is substance abuse. Alcohol and drug abuse. Guys, ulevi, you can drink and not be a drunkard. That's what people don't understand. So these are significant contributors to violent behavior against women. We also have mental health issues like, are you well? Sirs, gentlemen, are you okay? Are you fine? Mental health matters. Men need to talk about their mental health kindly, because unaddressed mental health problems can lead to violent action against intimate partners. And the crowning reason is weak law enforcement. If we had adequate policing and judicial processes, perpetrators would never be allowed to act they would never be able to act with impunity. They would never be allowed to do whatever it is that they wanted. But because a lot of these issues are culturally set up to protect the perpetrators, then there's nothing much you can do, nothing much you can say. So now let's talk about the justice system and law enforcement when it comes to femicide. Are we dealing with a broken system? 100% yes. Number one, we have delayed justice, right? So what do we see? We see prolonged trials. We see many cases experiencing prolonged and delayed investigations. For example, Agnes Tirop's murder, the trial faced multiple delays, causing distress to her family and supporters. Yet she's gone, but she has not yet been given her due justice. We also have case backlogs. The judiciary is often overwhelmed with cases, leading to delays in delivering justice for femicide victims. Pia, tukona an interesting structure with our legal framework because we have inadequate laws because we have some that address gender-based violence, but the enforcement remains very, very weak. And the lack of specialized units to handle particular and specific cases when it comes to women and women-related issues leads to inadequate investigations and prosecutions. Because if I'm a man that butchers my wife for thinking that she's the one running business, why would I have empathy when a young girl at the police station comes, or a woman, a married woman, comes to report that she's being beaten and battered by her boyfriend or husband? Atamwambia hizo ni zenu. Go and solve those at home. Yeah, protect ndoa. That's what they're going to be told. And that's what we're talking about when it comes to the legal framework. We have issues with reporting because there's a lot of intimidation. Victims, as well as their families, often face a lot of intimidation, a lot of stigma, a whole lot of lack of support when seeking justice. And this is very discouraging. Personally, if I went and I was re-traumatized at the police station, at the clinic, wherever it is that I need to be for justice to take its course, I wouldn't go back. And so I understand why it's so hard for a lot of the people that need to see justice, for them to go through with this, because it's just extremely hard. It's like an uphill task that just never gets completed, right? There's also a lot of stigma when it comes to cultural norms because there's so much victim blaming, which discourages reporting as well as perpetuating silence. So your uncle has raped you. You're going to tell your mother, and your mother will say, no, ulim seduce. Your auntie will say you're a whore. Society will say that you're wayward. That is a Kenyan story. And we also have police in action. Our popo, Masense, they don't want to do anything because they just dismiss and downplay reports. Rebecca had already reported that she was being beaten by her husband, and police didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. We have corruption, Pia. Boys and girls, tusisahau the order of the day. Bribery and corruption, within the justice system often leads to the dismissal of cases or reduced sentences for perpetrators because kama mimi ni big fish, big wig, give you a couple of hundreds that you don't have, 100,000s, 200K, and somebody will lose all evidence. Yeah, somebody's lawyer will not be able to work the case anymore. So who are we blaming? Shida iko wapi? We're going to find out where the problem is after we have this break. And this is Kizenda by Brocode and Mazuri Mabaya by Yuaya Tajiri.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Nimekupata wewe, dawa yangu ya roho mama, na nisijechelewa kuzikiri hisia. Kweli nimetembea panda shuka za dunia, lakini karejea na mahaba kapokea. Nilikupenda kweli mimi na mapenzi bado yapo, nikakutwika mzigo hata na ukavumilia bila mada. Nakupenda kila saa, ningependa angalau nikwambie wewe, na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Na sasa tumeconnect Kizenda, no cap nakupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda nakupenda. Skiza story kabla judge book, easy my body, easy how I look. Tuliza mori, cause the usiku mchana. Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nieleze pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya changanya. Nikaimba nieleze pambana na maisha we, na bado unanichanganya changanya. Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nasa tumeconnect kizenda, no cap na kupenda, na chochote nitatenda, kutenda na kupenda. Nikaimba nieleze pambana na maisha we, na unanichanganya changanya.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Nitajaribu kile mimi ndaweza, ndio nikuone ukitabasamu. Niko na wivu kwa wale wenye pesa, maisha yao lazima iwe tamu. Na akisisi tunanyeshewa na inanisumbua, sipendi kuona ukitembea kwa baridi na mvua. Ndo maana ndajaribu kile mimi ndaweza. Hizi mashida situzisahau. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziwezi tuzika, hazitatushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Na nikujitambua ndio ilifanya nikakuchagua, na nikoshua shida zikija ndazitatua mama. Woyo, woyo, ukitaka maziwa ama halua ndazinunua, na kuletea kasi na fea nitatembea mama. Oh, no. Kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Nasema tena, kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziwezi tuzika, haziwezi tushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Nasema mpenzi sibagui, no, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. jaribu kile mindaweza ndio nikuone ukitaba samu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
So that was Mazuri Mabaya, Yoya Tijeri, and Kizenda by Brookwood. Nyinyi mnakuanga na mapenzi ya Kizenda? I don't even know mapenzi ya Kizenda ni nini, but please, I wish you mapenzi ya Kizenda. Please love. I love love. Please be happy in love. Please don't make babies that you don't intend to make. Don't catch diseases. Don't catch heartbreak. All the best. All the best. All the best. Nyinyi ndio professionals. Mi niliwaachia. I'm not strong. I am not strong. And we were talking about who are we blaming when it comes to femicide cases. Who do we need to hold accountable? Haya, the patriarchy. So this is in the space of cultural norms. The patriarchy is not our friend. We have very deep-rooted norms that perpetuate the subjugation of women as well as normalizing violence against them. If he loves me, he will beat me. Hiyo ndio story ya ghetto. Have you talked to ghetto women who had their babies early, who walioleka by just going to stay with the guy or the guy coming to stay with them? Alafu usikie hizo stories za ananichapanga juu ananipenda. That's wild. But that's what the patriarchy does. Gender roles. Traditional gender roles actually limit women's autonomy and increase their vulnerability to violence, because if it is my job to cook forevermore, the day I'm not able to cook, then you have a right to be angry because I'm obligated and you're entitled to my chefing skills, right? That's the issue when you are so static with gender roles and you don't realize that, it doesn't need to be like this. It does not need to be like this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is no reason for us to be fighting. Because even my mom used to say, I was not born with a pre-installed oven or dishwasher. And this is how my mom raised her 3 daughters. She didn't have any sons. She would say, ukona mkono so fanya. When you go to somebody's house and the boys are picking up heavy things, you pick up heavy things because you have hands. Help them out if they need their assistance. Don't sit down and do nothing because you're a girl. There's no reason to do that. If a guy goes somewhere, and this is how now I grew up relating with my guy friends. When they would come to my house or we were somewhere where everybody should be contributing and a guy is just sitting down because I don't know how to cook. And I said, okay, but if you chop the onion, will you die? Learn. I'm going to teach you. Chop this onion, put it in the pot. Chop the tomato, put it in the pot. If the size is not right, you instruct them. That's how kids learn. If an 8-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, 12, 15, 14, 18-year-old girl can learn how to cook, why are we treating men like khalase? Khalase is glass in Setswana. Like, monna khalase. A man is not made out of glass. Some girls are. Guys, let us be soft. But this man is not going to break because you've taught him at his big age how to cook. You're not punishing him. This man is not suffering because he's cooking. And I think for a lot of men who are clueless, that's exactly how a child looks. It's cute, but it's not cute when you find a 40-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old man that cannot cook and he's struggling in the kitchen. It's not for you to say, well, yeah, this man is suffering. It's for you to understand, yes, he's suffering because he's ignorant. And guess what fixes ignorance? Information. When you don't know something, like my mom taught me, when I didn't know the definition of a word that I came across while I was reading those novels that I probably had no business reading, Mills and Boons. Please, if your kids are reading Mills and Boons, fix it. Daniel Steele. Kids should probably also not read Daniel Steele because those sex scenes in those novels are not for children. And let me tell you, it gets more graphic in the books than it does in actual pornography. So don't think that your kids are safe just because they're reading as opposed to watching. But be very intentional if you're a parent, what your kids are reading. Because a lot of the time, I was exposed to imagery that was introduced into my mind because I was an avid reader. And I would pick up every single book that was fiction. until I figured out that I really like African stories, but not short ones. I liked novels. I liked full stories. I didn't like short African stories. I really, really, really liked detective stories. So Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, to date, if you gift me a Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys book, I will read it. Now, what I was told every single time is you need information, do not be ignorant. That is what fixes ignorance. It's information. You just need to introduce something and you take away the ignorance. So when you find a man that doesn't know how to cook, they're not suffering. But when we have reinforced gender norms and gender roles, gender stereotypes, it is the woman's job to take care of the baby. This woman will not sleep for 3, 4 years, 5 years, because this baby is going to be fussy throughout the night. She's going to struggle to do it by herself. And shout out to single mothers and ladies that are caretakers and guardians that single-handedly do it without assistance. But it takes two to tangle, takes two to make a baby. It should take two to take care of the baby and not just financially. But when you decide that it is this woman's sole-handed job, single-handedly, to take care of the baby, to cook and to clean, then it means when those things are not done, we have somebody to blame, and that makes it okay for you to be violent towards this woman. That is incorrect. That is wrong. Okay? Bride price. That is another thing that happens in our culture, in society, that makes it very easy for women to be taken advantage of. I'm not saying that there's an issue with bride price. What I'm saying is that the practice leads to the perception of women as property, which increases the risk of violence. And I have heard, mimi nimesha kununua. Siwezi kulipia hizo ngombe zote alafu unitishe sijui uniongeleshe aje. Because when this man is upset, he remembers that he paid for you. Because we are failing to interpret culture correctly. Bride price is an appreciation to the woman's family for raising such a valuable daughter. It's an appreciation and a way to connect the two families, that the man's family takes as initiative, because a girl in the African society is seen as a prize, something special, a jewel to behold. So thank you so much for allowing us to claim your jewel. Honorably so, guys. Claiming is not always bad. If I am in a relationship, I want my man to claim me. Hopefully, he should want me to claim him too. We don't want community property relationships, okay? We don't want to be doing social work relationships. It's not for everybody. Community service? No, thank you. Now, when we don't correctly interpret culture, we don't teach men that you don't own this woman as property. Rather, the bride price was so that she can carry your name, so that she can bear your children, so that she can give you the honor of making you a man amongst men, give you a family, expand your potential. When you fail to understand that, then it becomes okay for men to butter women. It becomes okay for men to butter women because they own them. So people need to understand that bride price is not as transactional as we think. It's not a give or take the way that we see it. It is an appreciation that joins the two families together, because also bride price can be rejected. There are families that say, because of what you're doing, because of what happens in society, I do not wish for my daughter to be bought, because I never want you to think that you own my daughter. So some fathers and some families say no. Another thing as we end this is polygamy. We don't need to say much about that, but jealousy amongst the women, just a lot of mudslinging because, we're competing for this man's attention. Very, very sad. If this one is useless, I can just get another one. Again, we see women as property. And also honor culture. So honor culture justifies violence against women who are perceived to have brought shame to the family, because if we have a culture of honor, then it is okay for whoever has dishonored our culture to be punished. And the last one is how the media represents women. When we sensationalize reporting, we become desensitized. And that is exactly what has happened with our cases of femicide. So I hope that I have given you enough food for thought to ruminate on the fact that we can do something about society and femicide and GBV cases if we just change the things that we've just talked about. And because I don't want to talk about that anymore, I'm going to leave you to have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday and enjoy the week. I'm going to, of your Monday, sorry, because why are we here? I'm going to see you guys on Wednesday. Yes. And we can have a better conversations already. So this is who? This is Promise To by Brandy Minor. Love you guys. See you next time.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
It's
So
Brandy.
fresh is on the beat.
Okay, yeah, you remind me when the sun shine, better utilize it. By the way, I've been really vibing. Do me spend time for long, trying to visualize it. I can need just fantasizing. Every little thing, every single time your eyes and I meet. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because tango kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? 'Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise. I promise this. I promise. Mimi nada tupendane, misida tukosane, tupatane usiku wa manane. Unaweza come to banane. Yeah, be my baby. Bestie, let's go dancing. We are amazing. Let's start with the basics. Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because tangu kitambo tumekuwa marafiki. Tell me you wanna live the friends only. Unaogopa nini? 'Cause I got you. If you fall, I promise to get you, get you, get you. If you fall, I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise to get you. I promise to get you. Yeah, I promise. I promise this. I promise to.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.